Hello my lovely students, once again in speaking session. Everybody know that we are talking about our speaking skill, how we can improve our speaking skill, what kind of methods we can use, what kind of techniques we can use for improvement, for betterment, particularly in English. In last lecture we talk about speaking, how many types of skills exist in your society, how many types of skills that is needed for your grooming, for your upcoming in different exams. So I just nominated two main skills that is very important for your grooming, for betterment, for doing any activities in your life, for conversation, for exchanging your ideas. Like first one is speaking and second one is writing. Both are very necessary. If you deny the importance of one of them, then you can't exchange your ideas well. So for betterment, for grooming, both are very important in your life. First one is speaking and second one is writing, because speaking matters that when you wanted to exchange your ideas in spoken words, and writing is important that when you wanted to exchange your ideas through written form, and where you can use like for emails in offices. Most of the occasion your supervisor asks from you, please send me your message in email. If you will send through email, he or she easily can understand and he can receive. Afterward he will read and he will give you proper answer. It can be is feedback can be positive or negative. It's depend upon the mentality of the supervisor. It's depend upon the message that you send your supervisor that send from you, and it's understandable. Afterward he think on it and they think that what kind of reply he should give you when you are trying to exchange your ideas. So speaking or writing, both are very important for exchanging your ideas. If I talk about myself, if I wanted to exchange my ideas with other, then definitely speaking matters a lot. You should speak, you should try to conversate as well as you can, but one thing is very important, it's your consistency. For speaking, for writing, both skills are very important, but it's mostly used in your practical life, particularly in your business life or in your office life. Most of the emails sent from you in the shape of written form. All the other skills are also very important, like reading and listening, but two are major skills that is always used in your practical life. Without these skills, it's very hard to convey your message to others. But if you think that I have an idea how I can communicate, but you don't know where I should use formal words, where I have to use informal words, it's totally depend upon you, because your consistency, your interest, your capabilities, your techniques show that how you wanted to improve yourself, because your improvement, your ideas, your techniques shows that what kind of capabilities you have in your life. So if you think that without speaking I can communicate well, then you can communicate through writing. But most of the occasion in meetings, in seminars, in presentation, you have to ask, you have to communicate in your words, in your spoken words. Then what you will do if you have no idea how I can communicate? But if you have a complete idea, if you have a complete authenticity, this word is formal, this is informal, this is appropriate for this meeting, it's inappropriate for this meeting, then you will choose different words according to your mentality, according to your occasion. Like occasion can be in meeting, presentation, seminar, speech, so it's totally depends upon you. Like if you are giving speech to your students, then you have to use that kind of words that is understandable for students. If you will use difficult vocabulary that is not understandable, then it's very tough for you to convey yourself, because main your message is that you have to communicate with others, and your message will understandable. It can be formal, it can be informal, but if you will communicate in formal way, then it can be very easy for you to survive in the society, and it can be your message for students, and it can be for your subordinate. If you understand this message is appropriate for students, then you should use that message for them. If you think that this word, these sentences are helpful for my subordinate, then you should use them, those sentences. Most of the offices in which meetings are conducted for awareness, like you have no awareness what is the strategies of this thing, and what is the assignment schedule, and how I can solve the problem related to this assignment, then what you have to do, you have to go to your supervisor, and you have to send message to your supervisor, and your supervisor can reply you in a formal way. When you will receive message afterward, you can easily understand this is the meaning of this word, this sentence, and this assignment is given to me by supervisor, and I have to work on it. It take a long time. It can be 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 1 day or 2 minutes. It is also mentioned that this time is required for you. It's time for you, and you have to work on it. If you will understand through written way, then you can reply in a written message. If you understand in spoken way, then you can reply in a spoken way. So that's way I am stressing the importance of both the skills. That is very important, writing and speaking. Without these skills, I think it's very hard to communicate well, because if you can communicate well, if you can exchange your ideas, then you can be called you have a multiple kind of skills. You know how to tackle difficult situation. Most of the organization needed that kind of person. They are strong in communication skill. It can be any organization, it can be factory, it can be any department, it can be office, it can be migration office, it can be a marketing office, it can be multiple kind of skill office, and it can be communication office. So if you know that I can handle this problem, I can communicate well, I can convey my message to others, I can do each and everything through my two skills, then easily you can access the job that is required for you, that you want not to do in your life. You can easily attain any kind of job. But if you are missing both of the skills, then it's very quite tough for you to survive in this society, because society demands your skills, your spoken style, or your writing style, and they have no concern to other skills like reading and listening. Reading and listening necessary for IELTS. It's necessary for students. They wanted to migrate from one country to another country. Their English is an international language. It's required for their next study, for further study. They must know about this. But if you are in your country, then both skills are very important. It can be in Urdu, it can be in English, it can be in other language, Pashto and other Hindi. So it's depend upon your country as well as your area in which you are living. So all the time I am stressing the importance of both skills like writing and speaking, and if you are missing yourself in those skills, then you have to work on it. It take a little bit time, or you should take a different ideas, you should take a points, you should highlight these points. Can be useful for our writing, it can be useful our presentation, it can be useful our speech. You should take those ideas that is key for your speech. If your ideas and if your message will be strong, then you can communicate well, then you can convey your message to others. So finally I wanted to conclude this discussion. You have to work on your daily activities. It can be your consistency, it can be your business, and it can be different activities you are doing in your life. So all the time I am stressing the importance of speaking, because speaking is more important than writing. Because if you are in the gathering, if you are in the group, if you are along with the friends, then you have to communicate with them. Might be you will show informal words, but if you will show formal words, then you can be called it's a literary person, it has a knowledge, he have so many skills for gaining any kind of knowledge. So at the end I wanted to conclude the whole discussion related to speaking and writing. Both skills are very important. In next video we will talk about two major things. Through this you can better in your communication skill, but firstly we will grip on the speaking and writing skill. Afterward we will go another skills in our practically life. Hope so you are understand my videos as well as my communication skill. I am trying to improve myself. I wanted to also share my ideas with you so that I can take a feedback from you. If I will take feedback from you, then definitely if I am lacking in something, then I will improve myself through the comments that is receiving from you.